Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. It's 7 o'clock now, so we will start our class. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. It's the 7th lesson of our course, and today's lesson is about Idgham, which means assimilation. And before we start the lesson, I just want to tell all the students that all the resources which we use to prepare our lessons, you can also you can find them if you go to our website, which is www.nqc.org.uk. And then if you go to downloads, there should be a folder G4 Holy Quran Recitation Lessons. So if you click on that, there will be different PDFs which you can use for revision purposes. So I can see that quite a few of you have personal ID. To rename yourselves and use your personal ID. Okay, so let me go back. So yeah, first we are going to look at idgham of noon sakin and tanween. And there are 6 letters of idgham for noon sakin and tanween, which are ya, ra, mim, lam, waw, and noon. So the rule says that idgham means to merge and assimilate. But there are 2 types of idgham. One is kamil, which means complete assimilation, and the other one is known as naqis, which means partial assimilation. So idgham kamil is performed on lam mushaddad and ra mushaddad if they are preceded by a noon sakin or tanween. Whereas idgham naqis, it is performed on ya mushaddad, noon mushaddad, mim, or waw mushaddad. Again, if these 4 are preceded by noon sakin or tanween. So to identify or recognize the words where we have to apply the rule of idgham, we can just see there should be a noon sakin or a tanween followed by a mushaddad letter, and it should be one of these 6 letters. So here is an example of word from the Holy Quran. In this one, we can see that there is a noon sakin followed by ya mushaddad. So in this case, okay, sorry. So yeah, in this case, we have to perform idgham naqis, which means we have to do 2-second nasal sound. Whereas in this one, again we have noon sakin followed by ra mushaddad, and as I mentioned before, ra and lam mushaddad, we perform idgham kamil on these 2 mushaddad letters. So now I am going to read these words, and I would like to request all the students to please repeat after me. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Man yaqulu min rabbika all right. Jazakumullah. So I hope that all of you could hear when I read this word, I did nasal sound for 2 seconds, and when I read this word, I did complete assimilation, and I'm sure that you couldn't hear a noon sound. And that's how it should be, that's how it is done. So now, this is from the book Talimul-Quran, 2nd edition, common error number 11, which covers the idgham rule for the letter lam and the letter ra. So I'm just going to read it. Do not pronounce ghunna if noon sakin or tanween appears before a lam or ra mushaddad. So I have already said this before. Now here are some examples. I would like to request the ST to pick a student to go through this exercise.
307.
L307. Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. So can you...
307, no. Okay. L309.
Okay. L309. Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. So I would like to request you to please go through these words and apply the rule which we have just learned.
Illam min rabbihim wailul likul ghafurur rahim.
Okay. So if you can, that was really good. Now can you tell me which... Okay, it's on the screen. So so while you were reading these words, I could hear that you did complete assimilation, right? Idgham kamil. Because the noon sakin and tanween is followed by lam mushaddad or ra mushaddad. So that was very good. Jazakillah. L309. Okay, so now we will move on. Can I have another student? Or
Yes.
yes.
L298.
Assalamu alaikum. L298.
Please. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Can you please go through these words?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Milladunna.
Okay. So you did, you applied the rule of idgham, which was very good. But here on noon mushaddad, do you know which rule we have to apply here?
We can do it for 2 seconds. Can I recite it again?
Yes.
Milladunna.
Okay. But you still have to tell me which rule you applied here. So second time, you recited it correctly. We learned in the previous lessons that on noon mushaddad, we have to do ghunna, nasal sound, right?
Yeah.
And we have to sustain the nasal sound for 2 seconds. Okay? So that is what you did, but you should know so that you can explain to others as well, right? And then because noon is carrying a fatha stroke, and then it's followed by alif. So do you know in this case what this alif is called?
Sorry.
Okay, that's fine. So we learned in one of the previous lessons about huruf al-madda, and there are 3 huruf al-mad: alif, waw, and ya. So in this word, we have the example of alif mad, and if a letter which carries a fatha stroke is followed by alif, then we have to prolong it for 2 seconds. Okay?
Okay.
So milladunna. Okay? Sustain the nasal sound, hold it for 2 seconds, and then prolong the word for 2 seconds as well. Okay. Okay, next word.
Yakullahu Fasalamul laka Ra'ufur Rahimun.
Okay. Can you read the word again?
Ra'ufur Rahimun.
Okay. So ain, it has a soft sound. First time when you read the word, it came across as a thick sound. However, ra with a fatha stroke should be pronounced with a thick sound. Okay. So Ra'ufur Rahim. If I was to stop here. Okay. And then here we have the example of waw madda, because the previous letter is carrying a dhamma stroke, right? So we have to prolong this for 2 seconds as well. And then we also have the example of ya madda, because the previous letter is carrying a kasra stroke. So we have to prolong this and this for 2 seconds. Can you read this word again?
Ra'ufur Rahimun.
Okay, that was much better. Jazakillah L298.
Jazakallah.
Okay, so now we'll move on to the next, which is common error 12. And I'll just read this out. The common error 12 says, do not pronounce Ghunna less than 2 seconds if Noon Sakin or Tanween appears before a Ya or Waw Mushaddad. So again, I would like to request the ST to pick a student.
Yes, L261.
L261.
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. So can you go through these words?
Yes. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم من يقول
Okay. So the nasal sound, you did it, but you have to hold it for 2 seconds, okay?
Okay.
Can you try again? And qaf has a thick sound, so keep that in mind as well.
Alright. من يقول
Okay, much better.
من وال
Okay.
خيرا يره
Okay. So here, again, as I mentioned to the
Ra.
previous student,
Yeah.
the ra has to be thick, right?
Yes.
Okay. Can you say it again?
خيرا يره
Okay. خيرا يره.
خيرا يره.
Okay, if you keep practicing, inshallah, it will get better. So I would like to ask you here, we have the letter ya, and the previous letter has a fatha stroke, and you recited it correctly, so which means you applied the rule correctly. I just want to know if you know which rule you applied here.
Yes, the ya here is harfilin.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
And what do we have to do for a lean letter?
We have to prolong it for 2 seconds.
Yes, but we have to prolong it softly.
Yeah, softly.
Okay?
Yes.
Okay. And what about here?
this one is haruful mad, harfe mad.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right.
So,
Because
it and the letter before it has fatha on it.
yes, that's
Yeah,
right.
and it's also prolonged for 2 seconds because
Yes.
of alif.
Yes, that's right. Okay, the last word.
Rahimun wadud.
Okay, that's right. So you
Dudun. Yeah.
stopped here.
Yeah.
If you pause here, it was right,
Yes.
but you are forgetting something. Dal. It is part of huruful. Do you know? So it is part of.
Kalkala.
Yeah, that's right. So it's part of the 5 letters of qalqala. So
Yeah.
what do you have to do?
You have
For
to pronounce it for a jerk, with a jerk.
yes, you have to make a jerking sound. If you pause on this letter, then on dal you will make a jerking sound. So can you say it again?
Rahimun wadud.
Okay, that was much better. Jazakillah L261.
Jazakallah.
Okay, moving on. So the last one, do not pronounce Ghunna less than 2 seconds if noon sakin or tanween appears before a meen or noon mushaddad. So again, I would like to request the ST.
L308.
L308. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Okay, can you go through these words?
Yep. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم من مال
Nasal sound was fine, but you have to hold it for how long?
and 2 seconds.
Yes. So can you try it again?
Yeah. من مال.
Yes, that's right. And because we have alif of elongation next to meme, carrying a fatha stroke, we'll prolong it for 2 seconds, right?
Yep.
Okay, next word.
من نعمة.
Okay, that's right.
عذاب مقيم.
Okay, that's right.
يومئذ ناعمة.
Okay. So here, can you tell me what rule we have applied here?
Is it حروف مد?
No. Okay, so if it was a haruful mad, then the previous letter would be carrying a different stroke. So think about it. Which stroke would it be carrying?
I don't know the name, but you have to pronounce it yo and prolong it for 2 seconds.
Okay, so if it was, as you said, if it was a haruful mad, then the previous letter would carry a madda, a dhamma stroke. Okay, this one. Okay, but because it carries a fatha stroke, it's not a huruful mad. And the previous student mentioned it, which so this in this word, this waw is a letter of leen. Okay, because the previous letter is carrying a fatha stroke, so we softly prolong it for 2 seconds. Okay.
Okay.
Yawma idhin na'imah. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Jazakillah L308. Okay. So that was all for idgham of noon sakin or tanween. Now we are going to do idgham of lam sakin. So a lam with no mark of sukoon is completely merged if followed by a mushaddad letter from al-huruf al-shamsiyah. So now I know a lot of you must be thinking, what are huruf al-shamsiyah? So I will explain this in a bit. And huruf al-shamsiyah, they are also known as the sun, letters of sun, okay, or sun letters. And then lam with mark of sukoon is manifested if followed by al-huruf al-qamariyah, okay, and this is also known as moon letters. Now both huruf al-shamsiyah and huruf al-qamariyah, there are 14 letters in each of them, okay. So here you can see on the screen the letters which are considered huruf al-shamsiyah are in red, and then the letters which are considered huruf al-qamariyah are in black. And if you count them, you'll see that there are 14 of each of them, okay. Now this could be overwhelming because there are so many letters in each category. However, if you go back to the previous screen, there is an easier way to remember the 14 letters, moon letters, the 14 moon letters, or al-huruf al-qamriyah. And you can remember them if you memorize this sentence, which is ibghi hajjaka waqaf aqimah. Okay? So in this phrase, there are 14 letters, and they are considered huruf al-qamariyah. And obviously, if you memorize this, then the rest of the 14 letters from the Arabic alphabet are considered huruf al-shamsiyah. So if we practice, I know it's a lot to take in, but we are going to practice now, and it should make more sense. So here we have the attributes of Allah. And in attributes of Allah, we can see both examples of lam, which has no sakin, the sign of sukoon, and then lam, which does have a sign of sukoon. So I have even highlighted the words which have the lam with sukoon, and therefore in this the words which have the letter of lam with sukoon, this is where you have to manifest the sound of lam, okay. So for example, al-maliku, so the sound of lam is clear and manifested. However, if we look at this example, the first name, ar-rahmanu, so even though there is a lam, the sound is completely merged and you cannot hear it. So now I would like to request the ST to pick a student.
L281.
Okay, L281.
Yes, she is there.
L281, Assalamu alaikum.
She is on mute.
Let me check. Okay, I can't
Okay.
see her in the class.
Oh, okay. But I'm still.
Okay, yeah, she's in the class. Okay. I think
L267.
okay, L26.
Yes.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. L267. Can you read the first two lines? The first two rows.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الرحمن.
Okay. L267.
Yes.
So the rule was applied really well. So the lam was completely merged. However, on ra, we have fatha stroke, right?
Hmm.
So I have mentioned this to the previous students. What do we have to do here? If ra, the letter ra, carries a fatha stroke,
Hmm.
what do we have to do? Is it a thick sound or a thin sound?
Thick sound.
Yes, that's right. So, ar-Rahmanu.
Ar-Rahmanu.
Okay.
Ar-Rahimu.
Ar-Rahimu.
Ar-Rahimu. Al-Maliku. Al-Quddusu.
Okay.
Al-Quddusu.
Yes. So the letter qaf, do you know what is it called? So there's a name for it or a category in which the letter qaf is included.
It's thick sound.
Yes, that's right. So it's included in huruf al-tafkhim, for which huruf al-tafkhim are thick sounding letters, right? So al-Quddusu, and remember?
Al-Quddusu.
Yes, that was much better. And can you tell me what this waw letter, what rule we are applying here?
Haruf al-Lin. Vowel.
No. So for I have mentioned this before. For the lean letters, the previous letter will always carry a fatha stroke. Okay.
Okay.
But in this case, it's carrying a dhamma stroke, right?
Haruf al-Mad.
Yes, that's right. So if a vowel is preceded by a letter carrying a dhamma stroke, then it's huruf al-mad, and we prolong it for 2 seconds. Okay. Next word.
Usu. As-salamu. Al-mu'minu. Al-muhayminu.
Okay, so here we are. Can you tell me what this ya letter is? Which rule we are applying here?
Haruf al-Lin.
Yes, that's right. So you can see the previous letter is carrying a fatha stroke, right? So we will softly prolong it for 2 seconds. Okay, next.
Al-Azizu.
Okay, so remember, ain, it has a very prominent sound. It comes from the middle of the throat. It's different from alif, right? Al-Azizu.
Al-Azizu. Al-Jabbaru.
Okay, again, ra.
Al-Jabbaru.
Okay.
Al-Mutakabbiru.
Al-Mutakabbiru. Thick sound.
Al-Mutakabbiru.
Okay.
Al-Khaliqu.
Al-Khaliqu. Qaf. Okay. Thick sound. Just remember the letters highlighted in red all have a thick sound. Okay. Next.
Al-Bari'u.
Next.
Al-Musawwiru. Al-Ghaffaru. Al-Qahharu. Al-Wahhabu. Al-Razzaqu.
Ar-Razzaqu. Remember ra.
Al-Razzaqu.
Okay. Za. It is also mushaddad. So you have to double the sound.
Okay. Al-Razzaqu.
Okay. Well done.
Al-Fattahu.
Okay.
Al-Alimu.
Al-Alimu. Ain.
Al-Alimu. Al-Qabizu. Al-Basitu, Al-Khafizu, Ar-Rafi'u,
الرافع
Ar-Rafi'u, Al-Mu'izzu,
المعز.
Al-Mu'izzu.
Okay. Jazakillah L267. So I would just like to request you to practice more the letter Ain, and because you have been doing very well for the other huruf al-tafqeen, but Ain, it comes from the middle of the throat. So if you just remember that and try to practice more, it will get better. Okay. Jazakillah L267. Okay, so now I will hand over to the TA, and she will, with her, you can practice more with the Holy Quran.
Jazakumullah. I'll just share my screen.
Yes.
Okay. Can you see my screen, TA? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Okay. Jazakumullah. Can I please have a student now?
Yes. L310.
L310, Assalamu alaikum. L310, can you hear me?
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum salam. That's L310?
Ji.
Okay. Okay. So I've highlighted some of the words as you can see here. So tell me what we've learned about idgham, which means to merge. So we have idgham kamil, or we have idgham naqis. So idgham kamil is when we have complete assimilation, and idgham naqis is when we have partial assimilation. So looking at this one that I have highlighted, is this idgham kamil or idgham naqis?
This is Idgham Kamil.
Exactly, well done. Idgham kamil. Why? Because we don't do any ghunna.
Yeah.
Excellent. And looking at this one, is it idgham kamil or idgham naqis?
This is Idgham Naqis because we are going to do Ghunna for 2 seconds here.
Well done. Excellent. But how do we know if something is idgham kamil or idgham naqis?
With the Idgham Kamil, I think it's Ja. If there is a tanween that appears before Waw Shad or Ya Shad.
No, that would be, you're talking about idgham naqis then. So when we were talking about idgham kamil,
Yeah.
wow, yeah, it's the two other letters.
Sorry.
Look at this.
Is it? Sorry, I'm lost here. Sorry.
No problem. So if we have idgham kamil, which means complete assimilation, and we have a tanween or noon appearing before lam mushaddad or ra mushaddad,
Okay.
then we don't do the ghunna sound. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
here we have lam mushaddad.
Okay.
And when we have the partial assimilation, which is idgham naqis,
Okay.
then we have ya mushaddad and wa mushaddad. So
Okay.
if the noon sakin or the mean appears before wa mushaddad or ya mushaddad, then it's idgham naqis.
Okay. Okay.
Jazakumullah. And we have here lam with sakun on top. So what would we do here? Would we manifest this lam or would we not?
We would, because there's sakin. It's a sakun on the top of lam.
Excellent, done. So now I'd like you to read the first two verses, please.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن أقم الصلاة لدلوك الشمس إلى غسق الليل وقرآن الفجر إن قرآن الفجر كان مشهودا ومن الليل فتهجد به نافلة لك عسى أن يبعثك عسى أن يبعثك ربك مقاما محمودا مقاما محمودا.
Okay. Jazakumullah L310. Give me a second, I just marked you. Okay. So Qaf is a thick letter, is part of Haruful Tafkhim. However, when we have kasra under it, we don't thicken this. Okay.
Okay.
So try not to thicken this when we have kasra under it.
Okay.
Then, yeah, here we have alif. So even when we are doing a waqf here, we would still prolong it for 2 seconds. Okay.
Okay.
So the dal, which has fathatain, the one of the fatha will be gone when we're doing a waqf. Okay, but alif would still be there. So make sure you prolong for 2 seconds at the end. So try again. Start from mashhuda. Go on.
Mashhuda.
Excellent. Very well done. And I would just like you to recite this again. I just wanted to confirm if I heard it correctly or not.
Okay. Nafilatan laka asa.
Well done, excellent. So we're not doing any assimilation.
Yes.
Yeah, we're not doing any ghunna. It's kamil. Well done. And here, what do we have on top of sin? What 2 strokes do we have?
The one is vertical fatha and madde saghir.
Well done, excellent. Correct terminology. Well done for that. Excellent. So what's the rule for madde saghir?
3 to 5 beats. 3 to 5.
3 to 4 seconds.
3 to 4 seconds.
How long do we prolong the vertical fatha for?
2 seconds.
Well done. So we have both of them together. Therefore, we add their seconds together. 3 plus 2 would be 5, right?
Yes.
So what you have to do is you have to prolong it for longer than you did. So for 5 seconds.
Okay.
So try again. Start from وَمِنَ اللَّيْلِ.
Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. وَمِنَ اللَّيْلِ فَتَهَجَّدْ بِهِ نَافِلَةً لَكَ عَسَى أَن يَبْعَثَكَ.
Okay. It was still not long enough.
I would rather break my voice before to make it longer. Probably I was holding my breath for a little longer. Can I try again from now? Okay. وَمِنَ اللَّيْلِ فَتَهَجَّدْ بِهِ نَافِلَةً لَكَ عَسَى أَن يَبْعَثَكَ.
Well done. Excellent. Good. Jazakumullah L310. Jazakumullah. Now can I have an instrument, please?
Yes, sure. And 2. L271.
Okay. L271. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Okay. So now I've highlighted this. Would you do a Ghunna sound here or would you not do it?
No.
No Ghunna sound. Okay. So what type of idgham is this? Is it idgham kamil or idgham naqis?
It's idgham naqis.
No.
Wait. The other one, idgham
Kamil.
kamil. Yeah.
Yeah, idgham kamil. Why did you think? Why did you say idgham naqis before?
Honestly, I think I just got confused.
Okay, no problem. So when do you think we have idgham kamil?
It's when you don't pronounce the noon at all. Yeah, I don't know. Is that
Yeah,
right?
that's idgham kamil is complete assimilation where you don't pronounce the noon. You just go straight into lam. But how do you know if it's idgham kamil or idgham naqis? Like what's the difference between them?
Is it because there's I don't know actually, honestly. I'm a bit behind on the rules, I think. I just have to learn. I feel like I know what to do, but I just don't know how, like, why we do it, like the exact rules behind it, if that makes sense.
True. That's true. Okay, I'll tell you. So everybody, if you don't know, just note it down for next time, right? So here, this one is idgham kamil because we have lam tashdid.
Right.
If you have either lam tashdid or ra tashdid, and the letter before that, so we have either noon sakin or if there's tanween appearing before lam tashdid or ra tashdid. Okay, so in this case we have lam, so this is idgham kamil. And idgham naqis would be when we have noon sakin or tanween appearing before ya with the shutdown top or wa with shutdown top.
Okay.
So in this case here, if you look here, we have ya with shadda. It has noon sakin before it. So this would be idgham naqis because we're going to do a ghunna sound here.
Yeah.
So would you do a ghunna sound over here?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, sorry, no.
no problem. So yeah, you will. I think you will pronounce it correctly once you actually recite the whole thing. But when you're asked, I think that's where the problem goes, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No problem. So I would just like you to recite the next two verses, please.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وقل رب أدخلني مدخل صدق وأخرجني مخرج صدق واجعل لي من لدنك سلطانا نصيرا.
Excellent. Next one as well, please.
وقل جاء الحق وزهق الباطل إن الباطل كان زهوقا.
Very well done, L271. You have a beautiful voice, mashallah.
Exactly.
So overall, it was very good. But here at the end, it might have been because of the shortening of breath.
Yeah, it was out.
Yeah, so you had to prolong this for 2 seconds.
Yeah, that's right.
So would you like to start from Sultana?
Yeah. Sultanan Nasira.
Well done, excellent. One thing I've missed over here would be this. It's also part of idgham. So would you do a ghunna sound or not?
Yes.
So you would. Excellent, well done. So you would do why? Because we have wa with shadda, and the letter before that has tanween under it. Okay.
Okay.
So either wa with shadda or ya with shadda would have been fine if for it to be idgham naqis. So well done. And I'm very impressed with your kalkala sound as well. Jeem with sukoon on top, you have to do kalkala sound here. Dal with sukoon will be a kalkala sound as well. Well done.
Okay.
Would this be a thick letter or a thin letter?
Thick, because
Well,
it's Ram Shadda.
well, because it's raw, yeah.
And yeah.
Well done. Yeah, there was no mistake over here, mashallah. But I would just like to ask some questions. This is Thor. So is this a thick letter or is it a thin letter?
It's I don't know. It has the sound of a thaw, but I'm not sure if that would come under thick or thin, to be honest.
Okay. Yeah, it's a thick letter, thick.
Okay.
But because we have kasra under it,
Mm-hmm.
in this case we wouldn't make it thick.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Jazakumullah, L271, excellent. You have a very, mashallah, good recitation, good pronunciation, and good voice too. Jazakumullah. Can you have an student now, please?
L281.
Okay. L281, Assalamu alaikum. L281, can you hear me?
I give her second time. I think first time maybe something wrong.
I can't, oh yeah, I can see that. She's unmuted, right? L281, can you hear me? Okay, we are unable to get you.
Okay, I give another ID.
Sure.
L298.
Yes, Assalamualaikum.
Sorry, L297.
Walaikum salam.
Okay, so we have two IDs together.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, no problem. So here I've highlighted this. Would you please be able to recognize what is it, idgham kamil or idgham naqis?
Idgham naqis.
Well done, excellent. Idgham naqis, well done. So would you do a ghunna sound or would you not do a ghunna sound?
You would do a ghunna sound.
Excellent. And for how long do you think you have to keep the ghunna sound in?
2 seconds.
2 seconds. Well done, excellent. I would like you to recite the next two verses, please.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وننزل من القرآن ما هو شفاء ورحمة للمؤمنين ولا يزيد الظالمين ولا يزيد الظالمين Sorry.
No problem.
ولا يزيد الظالمين إلا خسارا.
Okay, I would like you to start from the beginning again. I couldn't hear you. And please go slowly. Okay.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وننزل من القرآن وننزل من القرآن ما هو شفاء ورحمة للمؤمنين ولا يزيد الظالمين إلا خسارا وإذا أنعمنا على الإنسان أعرض ونأى بجانبه وَإِذَا مَسَّهُ الشَّرُّ كَانَ يَئُوسًا.
Okay. Jazakumullah, L297. Okay, oh, sorry. So here we have lam on top. So the small lam here, which means that we're not meant to stop here. So you stopped here saying lil mu'minina, and then you carried on with wala yazidu. So if you do stop, please make sure you go back and then start from the beginning, okay? So start from wa nunazzilu, start from the beginning.
Okay. وَنُنَزِّلُ مِنَ الْقُرْآنِ مَا هُوَ شِفَاءٌ وَرَحْمَةٌ لِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ وَلَا يَزِيدُ الظَّالِمِينَ.
Okay. That's all right. That's right. I just want you to not continue again before. So it's okay. Jazakumullah. And one thing, what type of mud do we have on top of alif here?
Barimat.
Yeah, but there's a proper name for this mud. It's either mad saghir or mad kabir. Which one do you think it is?
Kabir.
Excellent. Well done. Mad kabir. So what rule do we have for mad kabir?
You have to elongate it for more than 2 seconds. 5 seconds, sorry.
Yeah, so it's 4 to 6 seconds, 4 to 5 seconds. Well done. So just make sure you do prolong it for that long. You did prolong it for more than 2 seconds, but it was just not enough for mad kabir, sorry.
Okay.
Okay. And also, qaf. Is this a thin letter or a thick letter?
It's a thick letter.
Well done. So just make sure you also, when you're reading it, make sure it should sound like a thick letter. Okay, it didn't sound like a thick letter.
Okay.
Reciting it. How did you pronounce this?
Wana abijani.
Okay, well done. Yeah, well done. This time is correct. Last time we said wana bijanibi. Okay. This time we have alif has a stroke on top. So we would say wana bijanibi. How long do you prolong the vertical fatha for?
2 seconds.
Well done, 2 seconds. Jazakumullah, that was fine. Jazakumullah.
Jazakallah.
Can we have an student now, please?
Yes, L284.
Assalamu alaikum.
L284 that was?
Yes.
Okay. L284, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Okay. Can you recognize this? Would it be idgham kamil or idgham naqis?
I'm too sorry. I'm a little bit back with my rules, so I don't know the name. I do know how to pronounce them, but I don't know the names yet.
Okay, no problem. So would you do a Ghunna sound here or not?
No, I think Ghunna is for the noons and the other ones, isn't it?
No, that's not quite correct. Okay, so if, for example, here we have lam, it has the meen on top, okay? Yeah. And the next letter is ya with shadda. So if we have ya with shadda or wa with shadda, it would be idgham naqis, which means we will do partial assimilation. Therefore, we will have a Ghunna sound for 2 seconds, okay?
Okay, would we prolong it then?
Sorry?
Would it be prolonged then?
It's not prolonged in terms of, it's how long you can keep the voice in. So you have to keep, you have to hold it for 2 seconds. It's not as if, it's not prolongation in terms of, for example, when you have ala, it's not that type of prolongation, but yes, you would keep the sound in, the ghunna sound in for 2 seconds. Okay. So would you like to start from Qul and read up to here, because we're starting a new surah.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل يعمل على شكيلته فربكم أعلم بمن هو أهدى سبيلا. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله الذي أنزل على عبده الكتاب ولم يجعل له عوجا.
Okay. Jazakumullah, that was L284. Okay. Few things. Would you please like to recite again? So start from here and recite this much, the one I've just highlighted. Please. So lam has tashdid or shadda. So you have to give emphasis to the lam as well as the emphasis that you're going to give to ya.
Okay. Kulu ya'malu ala.
Okay. Kullu ya'malu. So you're going to give the emphasis to lam as well as ya, and in between that you have to keep the ghunna sound as well.
Okay.
So try again.
Kullun ya'malu.
Much better. Well done. Excellent. Yeah. Well done. And here we have alif. Yeah. So what would you call this? What is this alif? What type of haruf is this?
Not sure. No, you have to prolong it with the alif at the end. You have to stretch. No.
Yeah. So you're correct in terms of that. You have to prolong it, but it's haruful mad. Why? Because we have the letter before that has fatha stroke on top. So you would prolong it as shakilati. How you prolonged it was shakilati. So you prolonged the kaf instead of the alif. It should have been the alif that should have been prolonged. So try again. Recite this one.
Shakilati.
Excellent. And kaf only has kasra under it, so only don't give it more than 1 second. Shakilati.
Shakilati.
Excellent. And when we're doing a vowel, as we're doing here, we have what under it?
An alif, a blank alif.
No, what do we have under the ha? So it's vertical kasra because it's under the ha, right? If it was to be on top, it would be vertical fatha. And because this is under it, it would be vertical kasra. So the rule for vertical kasra is to prolong it for 2 seconds. However, we're doing a waqf. Therefore, this vertical kasra, would be replaced by a sukoon. So we would not say shakilatihi, we would say shakilati. Okay. So jazakumullah. And is this ha part of harufu tafkhim?
Yes.
Do you know what harufu tafkhim is?
Is it when you have to do with like a nasal sound?
Not so much of the nasal sound. It's about if the letter is thick or thin. So harufu tafkhim is when the letters are thick. Okay. But this type of ha would not be thick. Can you hear me?
Yes. Hello?
Hello? Okay,
Yes.
sorry, something happened. Okay, this ha would be thin. You don't do a thick sound here. The ha that should have been thick there's a different type of ha, for example here. This ha is thick. You pronounce it thickly from your throat. But this one is the other one, so you don't do it as thick. Okay, you just a thin one. We're just running out of time. Just quickly, I'll just tell you one more thing, is that we have mad saghir on top, so we have to prolong it for 3 to 4 seconds, okay? And you didn't do that. Another thing is at one point you actually was short of breath. So yeah, kitab. So abdihil kitaba. So when you reached here, you were short of breath. You said abdihil kitaba, and then you continued from walam yaj'al. That's correct. You can continue from the next one because we have wa. However, the way we do the waqf here is different. It's abdihil kitab. So the ba would have sakoon on top rather than fatha because you did a waqf. So it would be aqal kala letter. So abdihil kitab. So when you're doing a waqf, it would have been like this. Okay. Otherwise, Jazakumullah L284. Jazakumullah. I'll just hand it over quickly to DT, day teacher.
Yes, Jazakallah. TA.
No problem.
Yes, so normally we would do a revision, a recap of the previous rules and lessons which we have done so far. However, today we have already run over the time of the class. So I will just, we are just going to end the class. Jazakumullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.